Hey there, English speakers. How are you? How are you? We're here for another live session. If you're tuning in, thank you for watching, and we're going to try to learn something today. So thank you for moving to the new time on Friday. We will try to do this on Friday. Well, we won't try. Try is I don't like the word try. We're going to have a lesson here on Fridays unless I tell you otherwise. Unless I tell you otherwise. So, how are you? How are you? We have a good show for you today, a good class, I guess we could call it. A show, a class, whatever. It's going to be a good time. We're going to start out with a story and a recap of things that happened this week. A recap of things that happened this week. And I'm going to just tell stories to work on your listening. Just to listen and be able to see if you can follow the story. We say follow the story. Follow the story. If you follow somebody, you go behind them. This person is following this person. But you're following the story. You're following the story. But anyway, so I'm gonna just recap the week and talk to you for the first part. The lesson part, we're gonna learn how to be fluent. So I'm gonna give you a little tip, a little trick that can make a big difference in your speaking. Kind of writing too, but this is mostly for speaking. Then I'm going to let you practice. I'm going to ask you some questions, and hopefully you will practice at home. And after that, I'll give you your assignment for this week to practice what we learned today. So it's going to be a good show. After that, I'm going to open it up for your questions. If you have any questions, I'm toying around with the idea of opening real Skype questions. So open it up so you'll be able to call me on Skype and ask any questions, or just get a chance to talk for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. And practice your English. I'm toying around with the idea. That means toying around with the idea. In post-production, I will put that expression at the bottom, a subtitle of that. I'm toying around with the idea of, and then the ing form. I'm toying around with the idea of having a call-in show, so making it able for you to call and talk for maybe a 10 or 15 minute slot. No matter what your level, if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, I'd like to open it up to everybody. But I need your feedback to let me know if that is something you'd be interested in or interested in. Both of those pronunciations work. But let me know because I need feedback to make this, to do it effectively. So this week and last week, it's a strange thing because I don't live in the United States, but I hear obviously if you follow the news in the United States or follow, what's going on in your home country, if you don't live there, there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect there between what you see because you're looking at it from the outside. You're looking at it from the outside. So I get headlines and I see memes. The pictures with words on them are called memes. I see those on Facebook and Twitter about an American football player named Colin Kaepernick. And there are so many extreme views, from he's a hero, brave, he's a patriot, to he should be ashamed of himself, it's a disappointment. And so I was curious. I saw all of these opinions, so I researched, I checked out what it was about. What did he do? Did he kill somebody? Did he go to an embassy and shoot somebody? Did he do some terrible act of violence and betrayal? So I looked at the first news site and saw that he sat down. He didn't stand for the national anthem, for our national anthem. It's customary, and probably in your country too, it's customary to stand up during the national anthem. It's not mandatory unless you're in North Korea or something, but it's customary. It's traditional. Many see it as respectful. It's what most people do. But he's an American football player and he didn't stand up for the national anthem. So I saw that news and I thought, no, that can't be it. So then I checked another news source and it was the same thing. And I checked, I think, 3 different places looking for this terrible act that this man did. That's all. These extreme views came because he didn't stand for the national anthem. I don't see why this is news. I don't see why people were so upset about it or proud about it. He didn't stand up for it because there's been and there is a lot of police brutality and police murders, especially lately, against black people. And he's a black man. And it was in protest of that. He didn't want to stand for the national anthem because that would support these injustices that are happening all over the country. I mean, to me, he's a man of principle. I wouldn't consider this a heroic act. Definitely not a betrayal. He's a man of principle. And to me, you've got to respect that. Whether you agree with him or not, it wasn't an act of violence, it didn't hurt anybody, and he stood for something he believed in. That's something to respect in my book. What about you? In your country, how patriotic are people? How is your flag seen in your country? Let me know. Let me know if people hold your country's flag in high regard or if it's a flag. My opinion is different from a lot of Americans who are very patriotic. I think it's just a flag. It's colors on a piece of cloth. Yeah, sure, it represents things that I agree with, but it also represents a lot of things I don't agree with too. It represents stuff. So it's a piece of cloth with colors and designs. That's my opinion about it. And the national anthem is a song. Our national anthem is pretty cool. I like our national anthem, but it starts and stops there. It's cool, but it shouldn't be worshipped, in my humble opinion. What about you? How is the national anthem? How is the flag in your country? And how is patriotism treated in your country? How is the national anthem viewed? How is the flag viewed? What are people's opinions on those? And are people very patriotic in your country? Let me know. I'm curious. I want to know. And don't forget to let me know which country you're writing from too.